The question might have been risky, but everyone on the set seemed to have a great time with it. Apart from getting contestants roasted by the host, some questions on Family Feud can create rifts among family members. However, these are the type of questions that fans and Steve Harvey find hilarious. A question of that kind was asked in a recent episode, and the host had a hard time keeping it together throughout the round. He did somehow manage to get through it, but it was not easy. The question that Harvey asked was, name a movie villain that reminds you of your mother-in-law. A player named Maeve got to his buzzer first but was not able to answer in time. His opponent on the podium, Josh, said, "The Joker." That was one of the correct answers on the board, and the Michael family decided to play out the game. Next up was Sarah, and she answered, "The Wizard of Oz." That was the name of a movie, not a villain, and Harvey looked confused. The contestant then said, "There's a wicked witch in there." Unfortunately, that was not up on the board. A contestant named Nathan was next, and he hesitated to answer the question. "Now, Steve, I love my mother-in-law," he said. However, the host wasn't having any of that. "Hey, listen to me. I know you do. All I want to know is who she reminds you of. That's all," Harvey said. Nathan then took a second or two before answering, "Cruella." Harvey could not help but laugh at this answer, thanks to the hilarious setup that preceded it. Turns out that it was the number one answer on the board. Next up to answer the question was a player named Andrea. Harvey asked if she was married before asking, and was pleased to know that she was. After hearing the question, Andrea answered, "The wicked stepmother from Cinderella." That might have been a great answer, but it was not on the board. That was the family's second strike. Doug was next, and he answered, "I'm gonna go with Catwoman." Unfortunately, it was incorrect. That was the family's third and final strike. Now, the Fleming family had a chance to steal the game. Maeve got a chance to make amends, and this time, he answered, "The Wicked Witch." That was one of the answers on the board, and the Flemings won the round. His answer was the same as Sarah's, but she mentioned the movie name and not what the villain was called. Fans of the show loved the segment and made their feelings known in the comments on YouTube. After the one lady fumbled and said Wizard of Oz, "I was surprised no one in her family did the Wicked Witch," one fan commented. "If anyone's mill is anything like Cruella, just don't have any dogs in your care," added another. Family Feud has long been known for its hilarious moments, outrageous answers, and, of course, Steve Harvey's priceless reactions. The show, which has been a staple of daytime television for decades, thrives on the unpredictable nature of human responses. Contestants often try to think outside the box to win big, but sometimes their answers land in the realm of the absurd, leaving viewers and the host in stitches. Recently, Steve Harvey experienced one of those unforgettable moments, proving once again why he is considered one of the funniest game show hosts on television. During a recent episode, the Feud took on a theme that many viewers could instantly relate to, the ever-complex, occasionally complicated relationship with a mother-in-law. The question posed to contestants was straightforward, yet it opened the floodgates for comedic gold. Steve Harvey read it with his signature mix of curiosity and skepticism. "We asked 100 people, name something your mother-in-law is known for." What followed was a series of answers that completely caught Steve off guard. Contestants seemed to be on a mission to top each other with answers that ranged from the mildly stereotypical to the hilariously specific. The first contestant hesitated for a moment before confidently answering, giving unsolicited advice. A typical answer, "Sure," but Steve's reaction, a mix of nodding and dramatic disbelief, hinted that the game was just getting started. The next few answers began to escalate in absurdity. "Being nosy," one contestant said. Steve leaned back in his chair, squinting at the contestant as if to say, "Really? That's all you got?" Then came a contestant who delivered the response with a straight face, hiding cookies and snacks to see if we'd notice. At this point, Steve couldn't hold it in anymore. He threw his head back and laughed so hard that the audience erupted in cheers, proving that sometimes the answers are even funnier than the questions themselves. However, it was the fourth contestant's answer that truly sent Steve Harvey into an uproar. When asked what a mother-in-law is known for, the contestant replied, "Getting in your business and then acting like she didn't." The sheer accuracy of the statement, combined with the candid delivery, made Steve double over in laughter. He clutched his stomach and gasped between words, "Oh no, that is so true. Oh, Lord." The audience joined in with uproarious laughter, some even wiping tears from their eyes. It was one of those moments that reminded everyone why Steve Harvey's reactions are as much a part of Family Feud as the contestants themselves. Steve's humor comes not only from his quick wit but also from his ability to connect with the moment on a human level. Everyone has had that one relative, often a mother-in-law, who seems to have a sixth sense about when to interfere. Watching contestants candidly admit to the quirks and sometimes frustrating traits of their mothers-in-law clearly resonated with both Steve and the audience. His laughter was infectious, and his commentary continued long after the answers were given. He turned to the contestant and said, still chuckling, "That's your business? Oh, honey, don't even start with me." His ability to riff off the answers and exaggerate his reactions is what has kept viewers tuning in year after year. The hilarity didn't stop there. Another contestant, seemingly inspired by the previous responses, chimed in with, "Trying to tell you how to raise your kids," even though she has 4 of her own. At this point, Steve could barely contain himself. He threw his hands up, shook his head, and exclaimed, "Oh, that is not right. That is not right." His laughter echoed through the studio, and for a moment, the game seemed secondary to the sheer entertainment of Steve Harvey's reactions. Fans watching at home quickly took to social media, posting clips and GIFs of Steve's unrestrained laughter, which spread like wildfire across Twitter and Instagram. It's moments like these that highlight why Family Feud remains such a beloved show. The format is simple, but the chemistry between contestants and the host creates spontaneous comedy that cannot be replicated. Steve Harvey's reactions have become legendary in their own right. His timing, facial expressions, and sometimes incredulous responses turn everyday answers into memorable television moments. And when it comes to questions about family dynamics, particularly the notorious mother-in-law, Steve has proven that he knows exactly how to play up the humor while keeping the energy lighthearted and relatable. Interestingly, moments like these also spark conversations among viewers about their own experiences with in-laws. Many shared their own stories online, laughing at the uncanny truth behind the contestants' answers. Some even joked that they could hear Steve Harvey laughing at their family dinner experiences. The relatability factor is undeniable. Nearly everyone has dealt with an over-involved mother-in-law or had a humorous interaction that could rival the answers given on the show. In this sense, Family Feud does more than entertain. It creates a shared cultural moment that viewers can connect with, laugh about, and remember for years to come. As the episode progressed, the laughter continued, but so did the competition. Contestants gave more answers, some intentionally silly, others strikingly accurate. Steve Harvey, ever the showman, made sure each response received the attention it deserved, often exaggerating his reactions for comedic effect. His ability to make viewers feel like they were part of the studio audience is a big part of the show's enduring success. Even those watching from home could imagine Steve's laughter filling the room, adding a unique charm to the episode. By the time the segment about mothers-in-law wrapped up, it was clear that Steve Harvey had once again delivered a masterclass in hosting. His reactions were genuine, his humor sharp, and his engagement with contestants effortless. The combination of candid answers, relatable content, and Steve's unmatched comedic timing made this one of the most memorable Family Feud moments in recent memory. Fans are still talking about it online, replaying clips, and quoting Steve's hilarious exclamations. In conclusion, this particular episode of Family Feud serves as a perfect example of why the show continues to captivate audiences. Steve Harvey's ability to lose it at the right moments, whether it's due to an absurd answer, a painfully accurate observation, or just the sheer relatability of the situation, turns a simple game show into a comedic experience that is hard to beat. When contestants are asked about something as universally recognizable as a mother-in-law, it's only natural that the answers range from the amusingly mundane to the hilariously specific. And when Steve Harvey reacts as he did, the combination is nothing short of television gold. Family Feud is more than just a game, it's a showcase for human quirks, cultural stereotypes, and the humor that arises when people are asked to think on the spot. Steve Harvey's reaction to the mother-in-law segment is a testament to his enduring appeal and comedic genius. For viewers, it's a reminder that sometimes the best television moments are unscripted, spontaneous, and filled with laughter that you can't help but join in on. And as always, Steve Harvey proves that when it comes to hosting Family Feud, no answer, no matter how ridiculous, is safe from his infectious humor.